In today's video, we're going to look at the coins that I have in this bag. This is a dealer from South Carolina that I have seen a few times who specializes in foreign coins, or at least has a lot of foreign coins. And before I dig into these, the coin show I was at included for free on the way out, where they have the flyers for other shows in the area, this wooden nickel honoring the Raleigh Coin Club, advertising their 50th show. So, have we already missed? Yeah, I should have posted this a few weeks ago. But I thought it was neat that instead of just a flyer, they actually gave out wooden nickels. So that's something neat to find. So, the thing I like about this foreign coin dealer, it's a 5 for $1 booth, and so every time you see that, everyone's going to have something a little bit different. This specific dealer brings some museum quality pieces with them. And in particular, they have one of the best pieces I've ever seen. It's a collection of Mondi sets. And if you're not familiar with the Mondi sets, these are the coins that are given out to celebrate Easter by the British monarch. Now, the piece was, I saw this piece several years ago when Queen Elizabeth was still alive. They have not added anything for King Charles onto it, but disregarding that, he had every British monarch that's made Mondi coins dating back to the 1600s, and just to think that cost thousands of dollars to put together that display piece together. So that is quite the neat thing. But now that I've got that out of the way, we're going to take a look at the coins that we have on the screen. We're going to start with this coin from Paraguay. This is a tiny coin featuring a generic soldier from 1993. This is a 1 Guarani coin. This one was also considered an FAO coin because it has Alimentos para el Mundo, which is food for the world, written on here. But the food that is featured here is a tobacco leaf, which isn't really food. But that one's going to be KM 180. And it was a 1-year coin. This next coin is a World War II era coin from Japan. Pretty well-worn coin here that was made out of tin and zinc. So that's kind of a combination that you don't see very often. This is a 1 sen coin. They draw their 1 horizontally instead of vertically. And then that symbol at the bottom is the sen symbol. This was only made in 1944 to 45. And then features the Showa symbol for Emperor Hirohito. So this one is 1944. It's going to say year 19. So plus and a 9 is plus means 10, and then 9 for 19. This one is the Showa symbol, so it's Emperor's year reign 19. Catalog number Y62. Next up, we've got another FAO coin. Someone asked me in a recent video, what does it mean to be an FAO coin? These are part of the Food and Agriculture Organization, part of the United Nations, where they oftentimes requested countries put messages supporting creation or growth of food on a lot of their coins. So that's what we have here. And on this side, I believe this building is called Villa Lubin. It's the International Institute of Agriculture, which is in Italy. And then we flip it over. It shows a lady holding a cornucopia. It's a 200 lira coin. Actually has FAO written on it right here. It actually has a date for World Food Day, which is October 16th. This see, the cornucopia is supposed to be containing fruit, wheat, and seeds. This is from 1981. It's catalog KM 109. Next, we have a coin from the Republic of Georgia, and a lot of their coins appear like this one. And so, apparently, all of their coins are, after the breakup of the Soviet Union, they'll all say 1993 on it. But they continue to mint this all the way up through at least 2015. Maybe they're going to keep on doing it. But the symbol, the little swirly symbol there in the middle is, I believe that's pronounced the Borjgali. And it is supposed to be a sun with 7 rotating wings over the Christian tree of life there at the bottom. And so, of course, in the bottom we can read that where it says Republic of Georgia, but at the top it uses an alphabet that we don't really recognize that often, or at least I don't. I believe that's called the Mikladruli alphabet. And then when we flip this one over for the 2 Thetri coin from catalog KM77, the animal featured here is supposed to be a peacock. And if you're thinking that's not how I would draw a peacock, well, it comes from a painting from the 11th century. So this is from the Georgian culture, from a place called the Cathedral of the Living Pillar. So always neat to find Georgian coins. You just don't see them all that often. Here we have a coin from Tanzania. It's from 1966, which is the first year that they made coins in Tanzania. And this one is 20 or centi Ishirin, or 20 centi. This one's made out of nickel brass, catalog cam number 2. If you find a coin with this person on the camel, this comes from the Sudan Republic of 1956 to 1969. Their currency at the time was the pound, which lasted from 56 through 1992. This is a bronze coin. It's going to be a 2 millim. And so this one is apparently a camel-based postman. There is our Arabic number 2 in the middle of this coin. It has a date of 1956, or in Arabic that is 1376. Catalog is KM 30.1, made of bronze. 0.1 means it's a larger number 2. And then we have cotton featured on this side. And so this one is a scalloped design with 12 bumps on it. Back to Japan, I ended up picking up a couple of these because I thought that these were particularly rare. I was actually wrong about what it was. And as it turns out, from the same show, I ended up getting a mystery lot where I got bunches of these. And so actually, turns out that I don't need them. But this is a 10 sen from 1945, so we're still looking at post-World War II on here. This one's got, actually, I'm going to say 1946 on this one because it's got a year of 2 plus means 10, 21. So year 21 is going to be 1946. This one is made of aluminum and is catalog Y68. Here's where it says 10 sen with some wheat on here. And I ended up getting 2 of these. Here's the other one, a little bit scratched up more. This one does not have the 1 right here, so it's just 2 and a 10. So this is year 20. This is the one from 1945. This one's the coin that predates that one just a little bit. It's another 10 sen. We've got another 10, another sen symbol on here. This is our second coin today from Japan, made out of the tin zinc combination. This one has a date of 1 10-9, so year 19 on this one, 1944. This one's catalog Y64. This one's a couple of decades older, also from Japan, except this one is a 5 sen. This one's made out of copper nickel, although it's in pretty well-worn condition. Going to have a different emperor logo on this one. That looks like a small I with a large E, means a different emperor, but we've got year 9 of that emperor right here. This one's going to be 1920, catalog number Y44. If you found this one in MS60 uncirculated condition, it would have a catalog value of $12.50. And this one also, the catalog says it's 19.1 millimeters, and so there are a couple of variations based on the width that are very subtle differences. Now let's move to coins from India. After they left the British, they kept a kind of a pre-decimal system for a little bit, but then when they came up with their new decimal system, they had the word new in their currency for a while. So this is a 5 Naya or new Paisa coin from 1959. And this is about the time they started adding the three-headed lion pillar on their coins. The 5 Naya Pays is from 1959. This one has a diamond mint mark underneath the date, which means it is from Bombay. This is made out of copper nickel. But then I also found this one. I wonder the story of where this came from. It comes in this tiny little sealed bag stapled to a logo that says 1 Naya Pays, so, which was then ripped off of something. So sometimes I'm just interested in the history of where the coin itself has been. So this has been in someone's collection somewhere. But on this 1 Naya Pays, of course, we've got the same logo here of the three-headed lion pillar. And then the number 1 also has, again, another diamond mint mark underneath the date of 1963. The Naya, or new, was removed in 1964. So this one is made out of nickel bronze, only in 1962 and 63. The word new was removed in 1964, and then it changed to aluminum from 65 to 72. We'll move to a coin from Guyana, 25 cents. Features 2 birds on it. They're the same, but looking in different directions. That is called the Hoatzin, the national bird. And then we flip this one over, and it has the coat of arms on the 25-cent coin. KM34. This coin was made from 1967 to 92. This one was made in 1988. Next we have an aluminum coin from Hungary, or Magyar. Has a date on there of 1963. I think, or is that 53? I had written down 53, but now that I look at it on the camera, it says 63. This is going to be a 2 filler. It has a Budapest BP mint mark at the very bottom. And so this coin was the lowest denomination of any coin minted during the era of the People's Republic of Hungary, and that lasted from 1949 to 89. This one is catalog KM 546. But from about the same time, we've got the 5 filler. Smaller coin, but it doesn't have the hole in the middle. This one's dated 1961. That was considered a generic young girl wearing a headdress. The last one is KM 546. This one is KM 549. From Romania, we have the 10 Bani coin. And now that I look at it in the light, there's a weird looking crack there. That would be a die crack. I don't know, I didn't notice that until it just hits the light kind of weird on here. It's a very simple design from 2013. This features the national arms of Romania. This one is from their currency called the Fourth Lev, which started in 2005. It's still in use, so this has a foreign exchange value of 2.2 cents in American money. This particular version of the coin had wide numbers up until 2013. And then after that, it was the narrow date. And then this one also is a segmented reading. So we've got reading right there and then a smooth area. So this one's catalog 191. So next up is an alphabet that's really going to look strange if you've never seen one of these before. This is a 20 Luma from Armenia, dated 1994. That's going to be the country of Armenia. Catalog number KM52, and this features the coat of arms. All of their coins that are still in circulation are dated 1994, but that's the only year that's ever mentioned on them. These are still in circulation, and in foreign exchange value, this is worth 1/20th of 1 cent in U.S. money. With a lot of the older coins that you find from Italy, this one is surprisingly hard to find, I think. And so I just suppose it's the smallest denomination coin, and thus it's harder to find. But this one, really nice condition. Vittorio Emanuele III of Italy. It's going to be a 1 centesimo. Now, I said it was in good condition. It's got that ugly spot on it. 1905 has an R for Rome mint mark on here. There is a small S underneath the portrait, which is the mint mark engraver initial. This coin was made out of copper from 1902 to 1908. Catalog number KM35. And normally this coin in uncirculated condition would be worth $4. The few times that I've seen this dealer where he has his foreign coins with him, he doesn't always, but when he does have them, they come in like a little pirate's chest, and so that kind of implies that there's going to be some treasures in here. And so certainly there have been some treasures that I've picked up in this video. This one is going to be the oldest coin that we see today, although the date is pretty well worn at the bottom. I believe that says 1846. This is going to be a coin from Belgium. They used this design for several decades, up until the early 1900s, I believe. Can kind of see what's going on this side a little bit better, where it's the 2 centimes coin. There's a lion over a kind of a pillar to the left of it. Catalog number KM4.2. This specific coin, during the time of Leopold I, was made from 1833 to 65. And now I see my note where what that is to the left of the line. It's supposed to be a tablet with the Belgian Constitution on it, which dates to 1831. The next 3 coins are all identical, so I'm actually going to show you just one. Again, we're from Japan. This one is a 1/2 of a sen. In the catalog, this is catalog number 16.2. There are variations of this coin based on the shape of the scales. So if you look really close on here, all of the scales almost make kind of a V shape to them, but in the earlier variation, it was more of a diamond shape. So as we roll it around this way and look at the numbers, we've got a 1 and a 9, or I should say a 10 and a 9, so it's year 19 of Emperor Mutsuhito, who reigned from 1867 to 1912, and that makes this one dated 1886. So on this side it has the symbols 1/2 of a sen, and apparently the writing across the top translates to 200 pieces for 1 yen. So 100 sen makes a yen, so this is a 1/2 of a sen. So 200 of these would make 1 yen. And so the V-shaped scales were from years 10 through 21. I said this one was year 19. The one with the square, the diamond-shaped scales, for years 6 through 10. And so each of these books were about $1.50. Like I said, I had 3 of them that I picked up at the same time. The last 2 are certainly what I think are real treasures. This one is made out of silver, and I am still blown away every time I find a silver coin in someone's 5 for $1 bin. It just, the fact that the seller would put it in there, and then the fact that no one else has beaten me to it, always throws me off. This is when Mozambique was being under the control of the Portuguese, so it has the 2.5 escudos currency here. This one dates to 1950. I mean, there is a little bit of tarnish on here, but for silver, I think it's certainly worth it. It is 65% silver, which means this one has an average silver weight of 0.0731 ounces. And doing the math on that, at $30 an ounce, the day I picked this one up, it had $2.07 worth of silver in it. And then it became copper nickel in 1952. So here's where it actually says Colony of Mozambique, 250. They were under the control of the Portuguese until 1957. This one's catalog number KM68. Our last coin is certainly going to be a treasure. This is going to be from another area that was controlled by the French. You see a date on here of 1943. And then specifically, this is a 5 centimes coin for French Indochina. Very plain design. It came during the time of World War II, so they probably had more important things to worry about than how pretty their coins were. This was only made for 1 year during World War II, made out of aluminum. It's KM27, and there are multiple varieties for the design of the edge that do not get mentioned in the catalog necessarily. It just mentions that there are edge varieties. So there's a smooth version, a reeded version. This is the grooved edge variety. So as you can see, there's one little groove that goes all the way through it. But then there's also a partial grooved variety, and I couldn't see a demonstration of that. So I don't know if it's not as thick or if it doesn't go all the way around or what that one would be. So lots of different varieties on this one. And so even though this one's got some spot and some rough spots to it, it still books for $2 on this one. So definitely happy to have this one in my collection as well. I did not have these last 2 coins. All right, thanks for watching. I've got more shows that I've been to that I've got more coins coming up. All right, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye.